This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Huntsville, 101.7 KSAM, Sting 'em Hornets. This is the KSAM Hornet Nation Coaches Show, brought to you by Advantage Specialties and Chick-fil-A.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Chick-fil-A of Huntsville on the Hornet Nation Coaches Show. Hope you're having a wonderful Labor Day so far. Glad to have you with us this evening. I'm Carlos Zimmerman, Brian Adams alongside of me. Before we dive into the show, a couple of things for you guys in-house tonight. We do have our hopper in this evening so that you can enter to win tickets to next week's Hornet opener against Cedar Park. So if you're here in-house or someone you know that wants to be at that game and win tickets, we got your sign-ups over there for you. We're also playing bingo in the house tonight. Our friends Heather and Becca are passing out bingo cards for you guys to enjoy this evening. And if you win, you get some special prizes here from our friends at Chick-fil-A. Speaking of that, joining us here, our first guest on the Labor Day edition of the Hornet Nation Coaches Show. Y'all give it up for owner-operator of Chick-fil-A Huntsville, Mike Sullivan, joining us tonight.
Good to be here.
Good to have you, Mike. Mike, kind of like I do with Coach Mavis, I'll let you just kind of give an opening statement on things happening here at Chick-fil-A, special events you have coming up, limited items that y'all have on the menu right now for you to enjoy. So the floor is yours.
Awesome. Yeah, so we're excited about the Pretzel Cheddar Club. I got to say that slowly, otherwise I'll get tongue-tied on that one. But great new sandwich that we've got going on. Really excited about that. You can switch it out. You can do spicy. You can do regular. You can do grilled on it. We've also got, as you're repping right here, you got your cherry berry drink, which is really exciting. That's right on cue.
It's fantastic.
But yeah, really excited about that. Those are some menu items that are here for just a limited time. And then we've also got some events going on in the restaurant. So like you had said earlier, we're doing bingo for Coach's Show. So every Monday night from 7 to 8, do a little bit of some Chick-fil-A trivia, some Hornet trivia, things like that. And then we've also got on Wednesdays our toddler time. So toddler time starts at 9:30, runs until around 10:30. But that's when we bring in different friends from around the community. We've got, we've had the fire department come out. We've had the state park has come out and brought a baby gator with it, which is probably the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Wow, love that.
But really just a great time, opportunity to come together and just hang out, have some fun.
Absolutely. We're sitting in what I think we've dubbed the Hornet Corner of the Chick-fil-A of Huntsville with the signs that we have above us. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but if you're here in house, the signs that are above us here this evening. Just talk a little bit about this idea of, calling this the Hornet Corner and what it means for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think one of the biggest things about Chick-fil-A is being involved in the community and also and not just showing up and being present, but also, caring about what the community cares about. And obviously, Hornet Proud is a big deal for us. And so we've been fortunate enough to host the Coaches Show for a couple of years now. And we wanted to do something maybe a little more unique and bring something that had a different kind of a flair to it. And very fortunate that the Chick-fil-A Support Center staff was willing to come out and invest also into the show and kind of what we're doing in the community. So we were able to get some of these pictures and some picture frames up and really just recognize that we're part of the community, and there's an aspect of that that's very important to us.
Absolutely.
Well, Mike, you guys here at Chick-fil-A have been so good to us, and we appreciate everything y'all have always done. Accommodating us for the shows, everything else. It means a lot. We appreciate that. And by the way, I did have one of your pretzel bun spicy sandwiches, and folks, it's delicious. Don't hesitate. Come out and get one. You'll love it. You kind of touched on it a little bit a while ago, but tell us, owner-operator of Chick-fil-A here in Huntsville, what does it mean to you to be out in the community and getting involved in the community? What does that mean to you in Chick-fil-A?
I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, I think it's kind of what we're called to do. I mean, it's, obviously it's a business. We're here to do what we do from a business standpoint, but I think doing good is good business, and I think being involved in the community that supports us and always shows up for us. I mean, we've got our project going on out here with the highway, and it's been challenging, I think, for people to get to us sometimes, and yet people show up, and we're really thankful for that. And I think outside of hopefully delivering a great experience in the restaurant, there's another opportunity that we can go a step further with that, and like I said, be involved in and support the things that matter to the community, and that's what we try to do.
Absolutely. You have a great staff behind you here as well, and they're hard at work just behind us right now. Just talk about, the daily happenings with your staff and just being able for them to interact with the great people of this town that want to come eat your chicken.
Yeah, I mean, I think today might be a different story because it's a holiday, so being on the highway like this, it was a really busy day, and I think a lot of people are probably ready to go home and kick up their feet. But we're very fortunate. We've got an outstanding team that we continue to add to and really bring people on that care about the things that we care about at Chick-fil-A. So serving our guests and making sure that they've got a great experience and doing that consistently. And so I think as we continue to do that, I think we'll get better and better at it. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I think on a daily basis that people come in and they care about the right things. They're putting a good effort in. They're trying to get stuff done and they're trying to take care of people.
How long have you been here at Chick-fil-A?
So we just celebrated 5 years actually, June 25th. So 5 years open, obviously open with COVID, and so we didn't have a dining room for that first year, but fully up and running now for 5 years.
So in those 5 years, what do you feel like has been your favorite moment being the owner-operator of this great establishment?
Man, there's a lot of them that come to mind, but I think, the opportunity, I think, with the coaches show, since we're doing that tonight, I mean, to get to see, the guys that get up here and get to talk about, the thing that they're passionate about, playing sports and going to school and doing all that stuff. And I think I can think back to a couple seasons ago where you saw that growth in people where there was, people that would start the season and kind of shy, kind of quiet, right? And then by the end of the season, though, they're coming out of their shell and they're wanting to share what's going on. I think especially for us with Chick-fil-A, we don't need to be in the front, the front of everyone's mind, but if we can play that, supporting role that's kind of in the background and give opportunities to do that, that's what we want to do. So,
one of the neat things, Mike, is, we've gotten to know each other for the last several years, and we kind of laugh about it, some of the stories that go on here. For example, if you could tell our listening audience, some of the rivalries you have with first responders and what that means. And it just, that is such a cool thing, to have for those departments and know they could come in here, get a great meal, have great camaraderie. But tell the listening audience about it.
Yeah, so I hope the Chiefs aren't listening right now. But, so we do every year, we do a first responder night, so we shut down the whole parking lot. We're very fortunate that the partners in the community will show up in a big way with that. I think we've had, close to 20 trucks or pieces of equipment, whether it's fire trucks or SWAT trucks, motorcycles, whatever it is. And so every year we try to do a little like a battle of the badges kind of deal, and we'll get pictures and things like that. Well, a couple of years ago, we got a picture of the fire department because they had a big shiny red truck. And of course they're standing in front of it and they're very proud of, their new apparatus. And then the police department came in and said, hey, why do you have them on there and we're not there? And so they took it upon themselves to come in with their own picture from the same night, and they taped it over the top of the fire department. And so some customers actually caught on to it because some days there would be a picture of the police department that was, maybe a little cockeyed that was on there. And then the fire department would come in, they'd peel it off, and they'd put it somewhere else. And so we went back and forth on it. It was really just a lot of fun to see. I think the red and blue has always been one of those rivalries, and it was just really cool to be a part of that and to have people that had that experience that felt comfortable coming into the restaurant to do that. And it was just a lot of fun to watch them go after it.
That to me is what community is all about.
Yep.
So for doing that and having these guys and girls do that, it's just super cool.
Yeah.
It might be one of my favorite stories that's ever come out of the show.
We've since fixed it though, so obviously the new pictures that we have, it's all of them together, so we don't really have to have that rivalry. But I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Of course. I think that's the best way to have gone about it. Mike, where can folks find you guys on social media? You guys are very active on there.
Yeah, so both Facebook, Instagram. Facebook, I think, is probably one of the best ones in terms of knowing what's going on in events and things like that. Our website, chickfilahuntsville.com, and then also the community board that we have out there is probably one of the better places to go if you happen to be in the restaurant, because it's got a little calendar of events that are going on and all that kind of stuff.
Well, if we haven't said it enough, we appreciate you so much for allowing us to be here and bring this show. And you and your staff have been nothing but great to us the years we've been here, and we just we love everything you guys do. Come on out here to Chick-fil-A outside of today, 6 to 10 every single day except Sunday, of course. So y'all come out and see our friends here at Chick-fil-A who've been just gracious hosts to us here for this next season. So, Mike, we appreciate you very much.
Thank you. It's my
Thanks
pleasure.
for coming on to the show. Y'all give it up for Mike Sullivan joining us here this evening.
Good job, Mike.
We'll step aside and take a commercial break. When we come back, we will welcome assistant coach Scott Stewart to the show for the first time here on the Hornet Nation Coaches Show at Chick-fil-A.
Your brand is your business. Shop local with Advantage Specialties, where you will get service with a personal touch. Hello, I'm Stephanie Pitts, owner and operator of Advantage Specialties. Advantage Specialties offers screen printing and embroidery on site. Let Advantage Specialties get you ready for your next event with cups, apparel, caps, pins, and everything else you could need. Go to AdvantageSpecialties.com or call our team at 936-291-3222 to start that order now. Sting 'em Hornets!
Fall football means it's officially pretzel bun season. Go pretzel picking at Chick-fil-A Huntsville. Enjoy your favorite boneless breasts of chicken on a toasted pretzel bun with cheddar cheese, applewood smoked bacon, lettuce, tomato, and creamy Dijon mustard sauce. Available for a limited time at your Huntsville Chick-fil-A. Delicious! Now the Cherry Berry Bunch is back for fall. Add cherry to your favorite Chick-fil-A beverage made with natural cherry and berry flavors. Football and Chick-fil-A, the perfect combo. Welcome
back, ladies and gentlemen. Hornet Nation Coaches Show live at Chick-fil-A of Huntsville. Also brought to you by our friends at Advantage Specialties and Chick-fil-A of Huntsville. Carlos Zimmerman with Brian Adams. Before I introduce our next guest, again, a reminder for you folks in-house here, and for those of you that may be listening that couldn't make it tonight, if you want to come out to next week's show, we're going to have our spinner over there, hopper, however you want to call it. We'll be giving away tickets to the Hornets home opener next Monday night here at the Coaches Show. So sign up tonight and next week for your chance to win here, but you got to come to Chick-fil-A to do just that. All right, joining us now, much like Benny Wiley last week, a man that wears many hats for the Huntsville Hornets. Y'all give a big round of applause to assistant head coach, inside linebackers coach, special teams coordinator, and former Bearcat too, Scott Stewart, joining us tonight.
Eat 'em up, cats, baby.
That's right. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. So, Coach Stewart, I'll just give you an opportunity for those of you who are listening in for the first time, just to get to know you a little bit.
Troy, Texas, high school graduate in 1992. I played for the Bearcats. I redshirted 92. I played 93 through 96. And then I coached there a couple of years as a GA. And then I kind of got into the high school ranks, and I was all over the state of Texas. This is year 28 for me, so
wow,
kind of get up there. I'm officially, I think, the oldest coach on the staff, so I get a lot of razzing about that. But no, it's been a passion, it's been a calling for me, and been blessed to be at some great places, and that's obviously not excluding Huntsville, Texas. Obviously, there's a lot of familiarity, and just love this town, love the vibe, love the community. From getting to see it from a different perspective, just adds more depth to it.
So, like you said, you grew up in Troy, played for the Trojans, then you came to Sam Houston. Just talk about a little bit more about your time there between Troy and Sam Houston that really molded you into who you are now.
Well, I think just like you refer to coaching, wearing a lot of hats, I was kind of that guy in college. You know, I was a quarterback and free safety at a small school. Didn't really fit like if you wanted to make a linebacker from scratch, you make Todd Mavis. If you want to make a fullback or a running back from scratch, you make Benny Wiley. You know what I mean? I was kind of that guy. I played 6 or 7 different positions while I was with the Bearcats, offense, defense, kind of got on the field and special teams. So I was just kind of fit where needed kind of guy. I got to learn a lot of football. You know, I didn't have the my high school experience wasn't like a family, wasn't like it was cool, and it was what it was, but it just – I really understood what love, what team, what brotherhood. I learned those lessons in college, and I'd use to this day when, you know, there's been times in this profession because you don't make a lot of money doing it, but the lessons I learned from Ron Randleman and Bullet Bob Riley and you know, Coach Lucas and all those guys, I use to this day for every facet of my life, and that's that's kind of the what I want to do with this life that the good Lord has given me, and trying to be that for young men. You know, I've always said, if those coaches made that big of a dent in a 19-year-old, what can I do with a 14-year-old? So it's been a blessing, and I absolutely love it here, love the people, love the community.
You know what, Coach? We only missed being teammates at Sam Houston by just a couple of years. I finished a little bit before you, but those three coaches, Randleman, Bullet Bob, I mean, we got stories for days on Bullet Bob, right?
Woo!
Woo! But so after your playing days were over, at what point in your life or in your career did you decide coaching was the way you were going?
Oh, I knew that. When again, I was raised. My father's a great man, but I didn't hear the words love and stuff like. You know what I mean? In fact, I think Mike Lucas was the first time I ever heard a man say that, I don't mean that in a bad way. I know. That's a different generation. That's totally a different, and I didn't know how to take that at first, and that kind of transpired to an aha moment, and like I just want to give this to kids. I just want to give this to kids, right? And again, through the years, there are less and less fathers in the house, there are less and less, with people working more and all that kind of stuff. Still some great dads out there, but I would like to sit here and say that my son, who's playing at A&M, had a good father. I'm a little bit biased on that, but I prayed every day that coaches are pouring into him no matter where he is, because it does take a village. And so I kind of knew early on. I thought I was going to be, the DB coach or the linebacker coach at the University of Texas, University of Michigan. And I learned pretty quick that that's a hard racket to get. And so I actually talked to Coach Lucas, and I had no intentions. I didn't take the education classes. I didn't do all that stuff to coach high school ball. I was going to be a college football coach, and I was going to go, win 17 national championships and all those, those goals and dreams that you have. And Coach Lucas actually sat me down and was like, look, man, like, you don't want to get pigeonholed. He said, I've worked at quite a few schools in the Southland, and I can't sniff, you kind of get pigeonholed into your back then it was 1AA. I guess it's FCS now, but, or you get, Larry Harmon at UMHB is one of the best coaches I've ever seen or heard of or talked to, and, he got kind of labeled a D3 guy. He said, so what I do is I go to high school, win 1 trillion games, and then come up that way. And so that was the original plan, but then I went to high school and fell in love with it. Again, I think I didn't know what I know now, which was I think my mission on this planet is to try to – what somebody did for me at 19 is to do to 14-year-olds.
Well, you know what? I've sat there, and this again happened last week when I got to talk to Coach Mavis for the first few minutes, and the same with you here tonight. I know that these kids are in great hands with you guys. I can hear it. I can tell the passion, the experience you bring. Man, that is exciting.
Well,
and we
football,
thank you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate acknowledgement, but football is just a vessel. I've got 2 daughters, and I hope there are men out there, whatever unfortunate souls that come home with those girls to potentially ask for my blessing. I don't care if they're white, black, green, brown, purple. I do pray every day that somebody is pouring into them, that somebody is, because the older I get, the less and less that seems to be a commonplace. And so, we ask these kids a lot. They're learning new systems. They're learning a lot. I think there's a transition period, and I think if they just trust the process and just keep chopping wood and hitting that piece in the same freaking spot, that when it cracks, it's going to crack big. So we are tough on them, but we love them harder than we're tough on them, and I think that's an important lesson for them too.
Well, see, in these kids, you guys understand it. You know what that tough love is all about, and these kids need it. They may look like they don't need it. They need it.
Well, they need the truth, and again, the truth is not always a bad thing. And I told them today, we kind of stuck around and talked about some of the special teams units, and I told them I love you too much to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you it's great if it's not great. And you need to learn that. Like, you need to adhere. You need to grasp on to the people that will be truthful to you, right? And people that tell you how great you are when you're not great ain't doing you no favors, right? And so, I think these kids, I have not seen one of them like snap back and talk back. I hadn't seen a lot of foul language. They have a great foundation. We're just trying to teach them new systems and be confident in that system. I know we're not talking about last week's game. If you want to, we can. But I in my mind, I saw a little indecision, especially as things started kind of trending the wrong way, and I think they want to be successful so bad. I think they got out of their deal a little bit, and just we're trying to press, and we're trying to either be indecisive because they didn't want to make a mistake, or we're trying to make something happen when they shouldn't, and it's just keep chopping, man. Just hit it in the same spot and see what happens.
I think we can call it good right there. That was awesome. You're a former head coach and DC at Temple. So seeing the game from that perspective, Coach Stewart, just how has that aided you in your new role here?
Well, I'll tell you, I knew my role, and I was blessed to I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. I thought I was going to retire, kind of go watch my son play college ball. And one of the things I was going to do is when I retired, I made a deal with myself. I'm going to travel around and see guys that I played with. I mean, the first time I came down here and hugged his neck. You know, we talked about the job a little bit. I just wanted to see him and congratulate him. And I did that with several other teammates. And but two kids, and one of them when I got to Temple, they told me, "Don't worry about him, Coach. He'd be dead or in jail." You know, that kind of. And those are the kids I love, right? Give me that one if you want to. You know, what I mean, tell me he's going to be that if you want to. He's calling plays. He's not there anymore, but he was offensive coordinator for South Oak Cliff the last couple of years, and has a. I went up there and stayed with him. He's in Garland or somewhere over there now, but just that lit a fire in me, and I think I wasn't done. But the one to answer your question, to go the long way around a short answer, is I had a guy for 3 years that when I was the AD head football coach at Temple that really, 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 like I couldn't live without him. And other than those 3 years, I really didn't have that guy. So my goal, this ain't an ego thing with me. It's never been. Like I love that man and trust that man, and I ask a lot of questions, and I probably get on his nerves sometimes, but I want to take stuff off his plate. I told the coaching staff, everybody that walks in this building is coming to get a piece of him. They want his time. They want his kids to do something. They want financial support. They want. Very few people walk in and say, "Coach, I just want you to know we believe in you and you're doing a great job." And so I try to go in there twice a week, 3 times a week. I probably don't do it enough, but I believe in you. You're doing a great job. And oh, by the way, I told the coaches, this program is not going to be something he has to worry about. If he's not in this room, we're gonna rock it out. And I think that role is invaluable because I was on the other side of not having that, and then you have it, you know what you know. And so that's my goal. That's my job. That's all I want to do. I don't see myself sitting in that corner office anymore, and I'm happy as a pig in slop. Being able to say that because I get to do what I got in it to do, which is worry about the kids. And that corner office, he has a lot of other stuff on his plate. So how much can I take off of it? That's my role, plain and simple. I'm gonna coach some football in the meantime.
Coach, greatest lesson learned coaching thus far?
And the whole
deal.
You do not have to be the most talented to be the best team, and I believe that with every fiber of my being. You can't control talent. In fact, one of the things I heard about Huntsville is they're so talented. They got a lot of talent. And to me, that's an insult. That ought to be 7 on the list. These kids are tough. These kids are disciplined. These kids believe in each other. These kids know how to love. These kids believe in academics. Oh, by the way, got some athletes, right? Athleticism, obviously, I'm a living testament that athleticism goes away. I ran in a state track meet. I could throw a ball a long
know that
ways,
feeling.
right? And so that goes away. But the life I learned in this game is the stuff I use every day when I talk to them, every day when I pay the bills. Every time I have a hard decision in my life, I go back to what I learned and the foundation that I got from coaches that I admired, that I still love to this day, that I want to emulate.
There you have it. Doesn't get better than that. Coach, just one last thing for you, just to kind of backtrack a little bit. We talk a lot about, there's a lot of Bearcats on the staff now at Huntsville,
Absolutely.
and so that excites me and Brian being both Bearcats. Just fond memories from your playing time, your GA days?
Not much. I'll tell you this. I played at 218, and after my second season of GA, and I weighed 187. I lived on coffee in Copenhagen. Now, I will tell you, there was a time in my life as I moved up the ranks that anybody that had GA on their resume, I interviewed them. I didn't care if they knew anything or not because they do know how to grind, right? Kind of the fondest memories is the relationships I built. I mean, especially the head coaches like Mike Spradlin is a guy that we have in common that we were both defense coordinators for. He's 60-something years old, and he showed me that you can have fun doing this. That dude now he would get fussy every once in a while, but he had a blast being around those kids. He used to say it keeps me young. I like that. I mean, from Corby Meekins at Westfield, you can outwork people in this business. You can flat out, if you're willing to put in the work, you can outwork people. And I think my biggest lesson, personally, professionally, across the board, is you don't have to be the most talented. There is nothing exceptional. There's nothing exceptional about me except for work ethic, in my opinion. And I think that takes you a long way. And again, we've got a group of pretty talented freshmen. We're trying to teach, like, guys, don't lean on your talent. That Man Spark stuff and that Little League stuff don't work anymore. And as you get older, what separates you is the other stuff. And so, it takes talent, no question. But I want to pour in these kids. The day that they drink that Kool-Aid and they truly believe not only themselves but each other, and they're great kids. But as soon as if that thing comes together, I used to have the saying: if you punch somebody in the face like this, you're gonna break fingers, right? If we can come together and just keep doing that, at some point we're gonna start knocking people out.
That's right. That's right. Well, Coach, we appreciate everything you do for our kids. Welcome back to
Love
Huntsville. We have a gift for you from our friends at Chick-fil-A.
I ain't mad at that.
Absolutely. You can't go wrong with free stuff. So they just have a token of their appreciation for everything you're doing for our kids. And y'all give it up for Scott Stewart joining us here in the house
Coach
tonight.
Stewart.
Thanks, guys.
Nicely
Appreciate
done, man.
All right, we'll step aside and take another break. We'll dive into the players segment of the Hornet Nation Coaches Show. We got 2 Treys on the show tonight, and we're going to start with the first one that plays on the defensive side of the ball. Joining us next is Trey Scott on the Hornet Nation Coaches Show.
Fall football means it's officially pretzel bun season. Go pretzel picking at Chick-fil-A Huntsville. Enjoy your favorite boneless breasts of chicken on a toasted pretzel bun with cheddar cheese, applewood smoked bacon, lettuce, tomato, and creamy Dijon mustard sauce. Available for a limited time at your Huntsville Chick-fil-A. Delicious! Now the Cherry Berry Bunch is back for fall. Add cherry to your favorite Chick-fil-A beverage made with natural cherry and berry flavors. Football and Chick-fil-A, the perfect combo.
Your brand is your business. Shop local with Advantage Specialties, where you will get service with a personal touch. Hello, I'm Stephanie Pitts, owner and operator of Advantage Specialties. Advantage Specialties offers screen printing and embroidery on site. Let Advantage Specialties get you ready for your next event with cups, apparel, caps, pins, and everything else you could need. Go to AdvantageSpecialties.com or call our team at 936-291-3222 to start that order now. Sting 'em Hornets!
Back in Chick-fil-A of Huntsville on the Hornet Nation Coaches Show, brought to you by Advantage Specialties and Chick-fil-A. Carlos Zimmerman with Brian Adams here. Do we have any bingo winners yet in the house? Raise your hand. Oh, sure.
Whoa, look out.
There we go. Got a couple winners in the house. Come on. Don't forget to join us every Monday night for the show. You'll have bingo to play. We'll have prizes and chances for you to sign up to win tickets here in-house at Chick-fil-A. Awesome that we got some winners in the house already. So, joining us now, y'all give it up for defensive back. He wears number 2. We call him Trey. Trey Scott joining us here tonight.
Thanks, Trey. You got a ton of fans in here, man.
Absolutely. Trey, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Glad to have you back. This is your second time
Yes,
that we've
sir.
had you on the show?
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
So, welcome back. Just want to dive right into it. Just, how's it been? Spring, through the summer, fall camp, game 1 done and over with. Just some thoughts on how it's been going for you so far.
Well, it was a change in coaching staff, but and I feel like we all handled it well. We handled it great. Like, we've been working, putting in the work, and I feel like the loss last week, it don't define us. Like, we're gonna learn from it and get better from it. And everybody from now on gonna feel us for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, Trey, now that you're a senior, how have you been stepping up as a leader in the locker room?
I mean, my teammate's goofy, man. I love them, but we all been learning. We all had lessons, and I feel like we all just been getting better and progressing together.
So do you, like, if they make a good catch or a good tackle, good throw, do you pat them on the back, good job?
Oh, yeah, I hype them up. I'm the biggest hype
Nice.
man.
That's good, man.
Yes, sir.
You always got to have a hype man in the DB room. I mean,
Yes,
and when you
sir.
have a DB room full of hype mans, it can get quite interesting.
It's definitely.
So how have you guys continued to build chemistry in the DB room? I mean, you and Brian have been, with each other for the last couple of years, but you've added David Brown,
Yes, sir.
and you've added Caden Mavis as well this year. Just how's the chemistry been building?
I feel like it's been great. Like somebody mess up and somebody else that knows something that the other doesn't know. We help each other and we try to help each other build on it. And we just help each other get better. Like, we coach each other up. Like, when the other coach is not around.
Right.
That's good.
You got to be the coaches on the field.
Yes, sir.
Even when your actual coaches aren't around. No, that's good.
Yes, sir.
Skill-wise, where have you felt like you've developed the best?
I feel like I've progressed a lot mentally and physically. Like, I've gotten way better. Like, yeah.
Where on the physical side of things, skill-wise?
I mean, I feel like my 40 has gotten faster. Well, I know it's gotten faster. And
What's your
like,
40?
4 or 5 flat.
All right.
Yes, sir.
That'll work.
Faster than
Very
I could
nice.
ever run.
A lot faster than I could ever run.
What about on the mental side?
Just learning more football. Like Coach Mavis always say, well, all the coaches, they say they're trying to help us get better at learning football and knowing football, and I feel like they've definitely done that. Like, we progressed a lot mentally with football, like knowing football. I feel like if I go into a college setting right now, I know a lot of football there.
Good.
Trey, what are some of your takeaways from the game against Brenham the other night, and how can you and your teammates grow from that?
I say, I feel like the biggest thing is when we got down, everybody, like, you could tell, like, emotionally that everybody was down. And I feel like we just got to learn how to control our emotions better, and we got to be more on the upside. And even when we're down or somebody make a mistake, we got to keep picking each other up, and that's how we'll be successful.
Great, good answer.
Yes, sir.
It's the best answer. Playing for Coach Mavis, what is that like for you?
It's amazing. Like, he funny. Like, I mean, when we mess up, he get on us, but, we take it and we learn from it. Like, yes, sir.
Well, you know what? Knowing these two coaches, and we're just now really kind of getting to know them as well,
yes,
but the pedigree they have, I mean, you got some great coaches, I can tell,
yes,
and
sir.
you're going to learn a lot. And the really neat thing with you being in leadership in your senior season is you got these guys coming up underneath you and behind you that are looking up to you.
Yes, sir.
Got to coach them up, man.
Yes, sir.
Quit reading ahead in my notes. We were going to get to that.
Was that next?
No, it wasn't next.
I was going to say, man,
No.
sorry.
But I do want to talk about another coach, Coach Brazil,
Yes, sir.
and just the impact he's had on you in your years in high school, being obviously your position coach, but also being, a great figure for you in your life.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, he been pushing me since I was like a freshman. Like, when I got on varsity at the end of the year, he was pushing me like ever since. He pushed us in the weight room. I mean, he's a great coach. Like, he's a great person also, on and off the field. Yeah.
It's the right attitude to have, and Coach Brazil's awesome. If you're listening, Coach, we appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
I know it can be easy to just, get lost in the grind and, just kind of like want to take that one play off, take that one day off, if you will. What motivates you every day to keep giving it that 110% that you need to give?
Really just, I want to do it for my team, but it's like I'm too far in it now. Like, I just got to keep going. I can't give up. I got to keep my foot on the gas. Like, I just can't let up. Like, yeah.
That's the right attitude to have, my man. Favorite high school memory for you so far, outside of football? We'll start with that.
I have to say freshman year. It's not really like a specific memory, but freshman year itself was.
Just freshman year overall.
Yes, sir.
That surprises me because I know it could be scary just, going from 8th grade, diving into the high school, but
yes, sir.
You loved every moment of it.
Yes, sir.
Love that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about your favorite football memory from the younger days all the way through now?
Scoring my first touchdown when I was younger. I got a video. It was great. Like, felt electric. Like I was in a college setting then. And then I had to say my favorite high school football memory was when I caught the pick against
Randall.
Yeah, Randall.
In the
It's
playoffs.
like it was electric. It's a feeling you can't beat. Like,
Well, you had us going crazy.
Yes, you did.
And you had the crowd going crazy. And I know it's a memory you'll carry with you for
yes,
your
sir.
life. Yeah.
Trey, what is your goal for 2025? Trey Scott, what's your goal?
I mean, overall, just be a better me. Like, focus on the things that I wasn't good on and hone in on them and just keep getting better. Keep trying to perfect myself, trying to perfect my craft.
That's awesome, man. Keep that attitude. That's how you want the rest of your life.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's slip away from football for a second. I know I know this is a football show, but there's a lot that happens off the field and stuff like that. Away from football, what do you do?
I mean, sometimes I stream, I play the game, and then I really just sleep for real. Like, cause I try to make up sleep. So yeah.
What game in particular?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty?
Yes, sir.
All right, I got you.
Yes, sir.
Looking to the future, what do you have in store? What is in store for Trey Scott after the senior season?
Well, I want to go to college for computer engineering. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I want to get a degree in computer engineering, and obviously I want to play football also. Yes, sir.
What do you want to do with that, with computer engineering?
I mean, I want to get a master's in it. Like, I want to go farther so I can get a great job and, obviously get paid good. Yes, sir. Because I'm good with computers and stuff. So.
Okay,
Nice.
Good deal. So if I have trouble with the laptop at home, just give you a call.
I got you.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Don't say that, man. You may be
for real. I got you. Like,
Depends how much you
okay.
charge.
That phone
but
may get worn
we'll go
out.
from there.
No, I got you for free.
I appreciate it. Oh, for my guy. My guy. Every time we have the seniors on the show, a big thing is talking about his legacy. What kind of legacy do you hope to leave behind for the younger ones?
I mean, I just hope they see what I've done, and I want them to be better than me. Like, I want everybody under me to be better than I ever was here, you know. And I just, you know, they're already talking to me about, like, and it's inspiring me because they're saying how they want to be like me sometimes, like, and I just hope I'm telling them, like, I want y'all to be better than me, and then, you know, keep coaching them up.
You know, Trey, knowledge is power. And those young guys coming up, just give them all the knowledge you can, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, there you have it. Trey, as always, before we let you go, anybody want to give a shout-out to that's listening?
My
in the house?
mom, my dad, my whole family, Coach Mavis, Coach Stu, all the coaches, man. I love y'all. Y'all been making a huge impact on my life for sure.
Absolutely.
Love y'all. And the man above, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
All right, y'all give it up for Trey Scott joining us tonight. Trey Scott! Trey, good job, my guy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good job, Trey.
All right, after this quick message from our friends at KSAM, we'll welcome his teammate from the offensive line. Trey Williams is next here on the Hornet Nation Coaches Show.
Hello, friends. This is Carlos Zimmerman, and I want to invite you to a special Labor Day edition of the Hornet Nation Coaches Show with head coach Todd Mavis at Chick-fil-A of Huntsville this Monday. Join yours truly and former Hornet quarterback Brian Adams as we talk Hornet football with Coach Mavis, Hornet players, special guests, and so much more. We'll also have a sign-up for you to enter your name into a drawing to win tickets to the Hornets home opener against Cedar Park on September the 12th. Join us at the restaurant or watch live on the KSAM YouTube channel and listen over the air on 101.7 KSAM. Don't forget, if you missed the show, you can watch anytime on demand on the KSAM YouTube. The Hornet Nation Coaches Show is brought to you by Advantage Specialties and Chick-fil-A of Huntsville. Come early, come hungry, and come ready for some Huntsville Hornet football. The Hornet Nation Coaches Show, Labor Day edition, live from Chick-fil-A on Interstate 45 in Huntsville, Monday night at 7 p.m. on 101.7 KSAM. Sting 'em, Hornets!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hornet Nation Coaches Show live at Chick-fil-A of Huntsville and brought to you by our friends as well as Advantage Specialties. Stephanie, again, we appreciate everything you guys do to support the Huntsville Hornets and this show. Don't forget, we got the spinner here. Sign up if you haven't done it already. We got tickets to give away next week here on the show, so don't miss out on that opportunity. You got to come here to Chick-fil-A to make it happen. All right, joining us now from the offensive line of the Huntsville Hornets. Y'all give it up for Big 5-0. Trey Williams joining us here tonight.
Big Trey.
Trey, welcome back to the show. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Glad to have you back, my man.
Sir.
So how have things been? Summer and fall camp and just locking in for the season. How's it been for you personally?
It's been good, you know. I just been focusing on myself, you know, and that's it.
Doing what you got to do.
Doing what I gotta do.
Doing what you got to do. BA?
You know, Trey, as you were walking up here, man, I just go, man, this guy's he was huge last year, and I think he got bigger, man. That is, I wish you were blocking for me. So, being on the O-line, being a senior, how's the chemistry, camaraderie, how's that going with your lineman colleagues? How's that working out?
It's been going good. I think we've been getting better a little bit.
Do y'all communicate?
Yeah, we communicate.
How do y'all communicate? Say, for example, the play's called, you guys are up at the line of scrimmage, and defense is they're trying to get set in their formation. How do you communicate to your fellow linemen?
I'd be like, Bubba give us the signal. You know, he tell us, you know, slash, or he tell us what to do because, you know, he the smartest on the whole line, so, you know. And, yeah, you know, we get the defense confused every time we communicate because they don't know what to do, you know.
Well, I mean, if you guys are where it all happens. If
Yes,
it
sir.
wasn't for you guys, you couldn't have football for one. You certainly couldn't have an offense.
Yes,
and so we're proud of what you do and your hard work. And I know Carlos and I are excited to see how your season goes. Yes, sir.
I want to talk about one specific aspect of the O-line. That's that blind side blocking that you got to worry about. Just some of the strengths and weaknesses for you, or more of the strengths, if anything, and then just being able to build that mindset of, you know, I got to protect the blind side, protect my quarterback.
I got to protect that blind side. You know, it's kind of hard sometimes because you don't know you got to go against a dude that's coming forward. I'm going backwards, so it's kind of hard, you know. But I understand. It's cool, though. It's easy.
It's easy.
Nobody can get past me.
I love that attitude. Training up the younger guys on the O-line, just hyping them up and getting them ready to fill your role. Just how's that been for you?
It's been good. They've been follow me, ask me questions, getting them better,
Good deal.
Yeah.
So you do like Trey. I mean, you've got guys looking up to you, obviously, being the senior, being the 2-year starter and things like that, maybe 3-year starter for that matter. How do you coach these guys that are coming up behind you in your way? How do you do that? How do you motivate them?
I just make them like we can't go through the motions. Every time we do warm-ups, they be going through the motion. They be coming off soft, and I don't like that.
So you practice like you play?
I practice like I play.
Yeah.
I don't like when they coming out they come off of how I go.
I love it, man.
I love that. When did you know that football was the sport you wanted to play?
I don't know. I just liked the football. I don't know, since I was little. That's it. Since I was little. Yeah.
Have you always just had that passion for it?
Yeah. I always had that passion. I just want to be better than my brothers.
Better than your brothers?
I just want to be better than them.
So let's talk about that. Just growing up with them, how has that, bred you for the sport you play now?
It's been good. They be on me every day. They make me work hard. They come get me every day, make me work out with them, my brothers.
And you're ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
What gets you hyped up for the day? Not just from a football experience, just hyped up to get into the classroom, for practice, game days. What gets you hyped?
Just waking up every morning.
I wish I had that. Just waking up every morning, and I'm ready. I'm just hyped up. You should have seen me roll out of bed at 11 o'clock this morning. Favorite football memory for you so far?
Favorite football memory is running out the tunnel.
Just running out of the tunnel every game.
Out the tunnel every game.
Get you
Man, there is nothing like that, is it?
It's nothing like that.
It's nothing like it.
Well, we'll talk about it running out of a different tunnel here in a second. Something we don't talk about very often on the show, just the high school experience. It's obviously it was different for me. I went to private school. You grew up in the 80s, so a different experience then. So 2025, just talk about, walking through the halls, going to class, talking with friends, doing the work to make sure that you're good to go for the day. Just your daily high school experience.
I just go to practice in the morning, go to class. I'll be the first one in class, by the way. And I just get my work done, and I go to the next class.
And keep on going.
Rinse and repeat.
Man, you gotta love that. Trey, what kind of backing up a little bit, what are some of your takeaways from the game Friday night, and how can you and your teammates grow from that?
We just gotta keep our heads up and not let it get in our heads. People was keeping their head down, keep your head up. They was mad because we lost. I mean, that was understandable, but we just got to keep going. We got to learn from it.
100%.
I'll ask you something I asked Trey. Away from football, just what do you do just to take off the edge and relax a little bit? Just what do you do for fun?
What I do for fun, I play the game. Lay down.
I
play. Work with my dad sometimes. When I'm not lazy, he know. He know when I'm tired. He know when I get lazy. So he be on my butt every day.
I got you.
Every time.
That's fair. It's good to have someone like that, though. So looking to the future, got a lot of great things in store for you looking ahead. So just what's in the future for Trey Williams, for those who don't know?
Going to college.
Where?
Sam Houston.
Eat 'em up.
Eat 'em up.
Yeah. Love that. Love that. Dream job after football for you?
Dream job after football. Want to go to the NFL, but if that don't work, just be a doctor.
Be a doctor? Mm-hmm. Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. Why that route?
I don't know. I just like helping kids that's sick, or like helping kids that's in bad shape.
So maybe in the pediatric side of things.
Yeah.
Love that.
Man, that is awesome.
So we talked about legacy with Trey, and I'll ask you, Trey, your legacy. What do you hope to leave behind for the future Hornets to be able to learn from and take with them and apply to their lives?
Just want them to follow my footsteps, and I'm gonna leave some good things hanging around.
Good.
Yeah.
Last question for you. Advice you give your freshman self looking back? Tough one.
Yeah, it is. My freshman self. I got a lot better from my freshman year to my senior year. So I just gotta. I don't know. It's hard.
That's a hard question to think about.
Question.
Think about that. And I'll get with you at some point, and we'll make sure to put that.
You know
out
what?
there.
I want to say something to you, Trey. What you were telling when Carlos asked you about your goals and your, what you see yourself as, and hopefully college football and maybe beyond. But the fact that you wanted to be a doctor, because one day football ends.
Yeah.
It ends for everybody.
Yes,
And that education, having that education to fall back on, is the most important thing. And to hear you say those kind of words was awesome. Just wanted you to know that.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, Trey, before we let you go, anybody want to give a shout-out to that's listening?
Give a shout out to my family. I know they watching. Love y'all. All the coaches, everybody that came out to support.
All right, there you have it. Y'all give it up for Trey Williams joining us.
Trey Williams.
And one more thing. All right, big.
Appreciate you, Trey. Joining us after the commercial break will be head coach Todd Mavis. Don't go away. More to come from Chick-fil-A of Huntsville at the Hornet Nation Coaches Show.
Fall football means it's officially pretzel bun season. Go pretzel picking at Chick-fil-A Huntsville. Enjoy your favorite boneless breast of chicken on a toasted pretzel bun with cheddar cheese, applewood smoked bacon, lettuce, tomato, and creamy Dijon mustard sauce. Available for a limited time at your Huntsville Chick-fil-A. Delicious! Now the Cherry Berry Bunch is back for fall. Add cherry to your favorite Chick-fil-A beverage made with natural cherry and berry flavors. Football and Chick-fil-A, the perfect combo.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back to Chick-fil-A of Huntsville on the Hornet Nation Coaches Show, brought to you by Advantage Specialties and Chick-fil-A. Do we have any more bingo winners in the house tonight, or is it just the couple that we had? Well, hey, we got to get some more. Come on out next week, and every show after that, we'll have bingo for you. Every single Hornet Nation Coaches Show from our friends here at Chick-fil-A, chance for you to win some awesome prizes. All right, joining us now, y'all give it up for head coach Todd Mavis in the house tonight. Coach, how are you, sir?
Doing well. How about you guys?
I'm doing great. Enjoying the Labor Day holiday and just ready to lock in for a big week.
Big week for everybody.
That's right. So, Coach, as always, just an opening statement, a tough loss on Friday to Brenham. Just some thoughts from the game before we look ahead.
Yeah, no, I think, again, we're still in the process of being able to learn a lot about ourselves, and certainly had some great moments the other night. And certainly plenty of things that we can grow from, and we took that step forward this morning, in practice, and we'll keep building, and we just need to be the best version of ourselves this Friday at Bryan.
Hey, Coach, despite the loss Friday night, defense did really well and had some good moments. What impressed you most about the defensive side of the ball for the Hornets?
Yeah, I thought we did a good job of, really the first 5 series of the game, first 3 series we had 3 and outs. They ended up hitting a big, momentum changer play on us that, we should have had opportunity to be able to see, and we did it. They drove the field, but then we stopped them in the red zone on 4th down. And then the 5th series, we ended up getting interceptions. So, we had some huge momentum there early, and I thought we did a really good job early, stopping the run. We knew how explosive Brenham was, and, there are a couple things when we talk in terms of fits and, how we got to be able to kind of work together that, we need to tighten up, clean up a little bit. But, there were some good things, and certainly everything that we saw was certainly something that's fixable.
Before the show started tonight, you and I kind of talked a little bit. You were talking about your defensive, your linemen. Tell me about those guys and how they're doing for you so far.
Man, I would say collectively, as the 3 of them may have been the best that I've had in my career. Jaden Bradford, Isaiah Lewis, and Fred Oladele. Those 3 guys are very, very talented players. They're mismatch issues for offensive linemen. They're obviously strong, powerful, and the thing is they've got level of quickness about them as well. So, our job is to be able to try to find the mismatches, because I believe that they can present some, but they're very intelligent. I feel like we can do a lot with them.
I think another area that I don't think we talked a lot about is that wide receiver core on the offensive side. Marcus Lewis, another one that came back from last year, but a lot of new faces in that area that are great targets for Zay and the offense. Just what have you liked out of those guys?
Yeah, I think that we have. a confidence in that entire room and that group. I think all of them have proven themselves that they can be a viable, target or be able to make the plays that we need them to make. I've certainly been on other teams before where there's one or two guys. I mean, I really think we've got about six, so the ability to be able to keep those guys fresh and being able to rotate them in and know that our level of play is going to remain the same is very important. So, from the scrimmage to game one, I mean, we really have spread the ball around, quite a bit. I think Zay feels comfortable being able to do that. I think our coaching staff has confidence in that receiver room too. And so, that's just part of our game offensively that'll continue to grow.
Looking ahead now, Brian, for game two of your tenure. Brian, a 6A program that Hornets have seen quite a bit over the last couple of years. Just some things that stand out about them, about this year's team that you'll be up against on Friday. Yeah, I think they do a really good job offensively of being able to, attack the space on the field. They got two very talented receivers that can certainly present one-on-one matchups in their favor. And I think, what they try to do with those guys and being able to, throw the ball into space, can present some problems. They're very comfortable at being able to, throw a 5-yard route here or there and be able to move the ball consistently down the field. There's a lot of offensive coordinators that you play against that aren't that patient, and they certainly are. So, we've got to do a good job of being able to obviously, stop the run, but make sure that if they are catching it for 5 yards, that we're tackling them for 5 yards. And some of those we need to be there as soon as the ball arrives and be able to separate by contact.
Coach, what are some of the areas of improvement you hope to see coming in this week's ballgame?
I think we did not play as complimentary football as we would have liked and expected going into last week, and we need to play great complimentary football. It's just just how we're responding from, a stop defensively or, even changing the field offensively, may not even get to a score, but then, when we've created field position and giving them a long field, then we need a good 3 and out, so we get a short field, now we can go score. So we just got to be able to play better complementary football, and I think that we will. You talked about it, that it started today just to be able to flush Friday out. Just how important is that at the end of the day? Because like Coach Stewart alluded to, I mean, at the end of the day, it's more than just football. It's being able to give life lessons to these young men that are going to be, in the workforce one day, and you'll have to flush things there too. Just the importance of being able to move on but learn as well from those experiences. I mean, that's what life is. It's our job as coaches to be able to connect the dots through what they're going through to life. I hope we really flushed it all on Saturday. It's why we go up there and meet, and you got to be able to flush it one way or the other. I mean, it's being able to handle success and being able to handle disappointment. So either or is going to happen in football, and either of them can, are going to happen in life, and you got to be able to handle it all. So, we looked at it, we evaluated it. Certainly, we're looking to grow from those things, but we've got a whole new challenge ahead of us this week in Bryan, and we've got to have laser focus on those guys. Looking at this ball game, some of the guys on your team you're looking to see just take that next step up in the echelon of being able to, perform at an elite level against Bryan. Oh, I think I could probably in the early system of that we're in, I could put all 55 players on there. I mean, it's. Everybody, even, the veterans, like we've had, Trey Williams and Trey Scott, tremendous young men that were up here today. I mean, they've been 3-year starters, but they're still 30-something practices in one game into this system, and, they're great players. Their level of comfortability is going to be different in week 10 than it is going into week 2. So, 100%. So again, all of it is everybody. If we were 5 or 6 years into this thing, maybe I'd be able to answer it a little bit differently. But, we have a lot of experience, and they're drawing on that experience, which is extremely valuable, but they still have to get experience in this new system, and we're doing it and going to. Coach, to put a bow on the football talk, just some keys to win on Friday. Go 1-0 this week to set yourself up for success for the 2 home games coming up. Yeah, I think we've got to do a good job of being able to, establish a rhythm offensively, to set up a good, solid running game, and then really kind of be able to take what a defense gives us. Try not to be too complex, simplify a little bit. Let's get Zay comfortable in what we're doing, and then really kind of expand from there. And then again, defensively, I think that they're going to put a lot of challenges on us with their RPO game. They do some really, really good stuff that, as I said earlier, can present some problems. We've got to stop the run and make sure that we're doing a good job to be able to rally, to the ball when they are throwing, some of the shorter intermediate routes. And then, we've got to be very key defensively because they'll do some stop and goes or slant and goes and those types of things, and we've got to be able to stay over the top of them in secondary.
Absolutely, Coach. I think one thing that was pretty cool that you did during the offseason, you went to the band, the cheer, and the GGs. You put on a little football 101 for them, which I think was pretty cool. I saw it on social media, and I think, man, this is awesome. So just talk about that a little bit.
No, it was cool. I mean, that's what it's all about, my number one challenge to all of those groups was, their ability to cheer, their ability to perform at halftime or dance at halftime is predicated upon the outcome of the players that are wearing these things on the field and what the score says, But they play a role in the success of what they are doing by creating the momentum, and if we don't have it, trying to be able to get it back. And so to me, it's everybody, and just wanted to challenge them or create a vision for them that you can do a band performance or dance at halftime or cheer on the sideline and have Santa hats on because we're playing in December. So let's just create that vision and understand that they're a part of it as well.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
BA, final thoughts?
Well, you know what? I just, these first two coach shows, I've been just thoroughly impressed with your staff, yourself, and where these young kids are headed.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and I think the community ought to feel the same way.
Well, I appreciate that. We're going to learn from this and move on, and let's go talk about a W next week. So
absolutely, we will, which we'll talk about here in a second. Y'all give it up for head coach Todd Mavis joining us in the house tonight.
Coach Mavis.
Coach, you can hang tight here with us for a second. We'll step aside and take a commercial break. We'll let you know how you can catch the ball game on Friday after this.
Your brand is your business. Shop local with Advantage Specialties, where you will get service with a personal touch. Hello, I'm Stephanie Pitts, owner and operator of Advantage Specialties. Advantage Specialties offers screen printing and embroidery on site. Let Advantage Specialties get you ready for your next event with cups, apparel, caps, pins, and everything else you could need. Go to AdvantageSpecialties.com or call our team at 936-291-3222 to start that order now. Sting 'em Hornets!
Fall football means it's officially pretzel bun season. Go pretzel picking at Chick-fil-A Huntsville. Enjoy your favorite boneless breasts of chicken on a toasted pretzel bun with cheddar cheese, applewood smoked bacon, lettuce, tomato, and creamy Dijon mustard sauce. Available for a limited time at your Huntsville Chick-fil-A. Delicious! Now the Cherry Berry Bunch is back for fall. Add cherry to your favorite Chick-fil-A beverage made with natural cherry and berry flavors. Football and Chick-fil-A, the perfect combo. All
right, ladies and gentlemen, some final things before we say goodnight from Chick-fil-A. Again, a big thank you to our friends here at Chick-fil-A of Huntsville for being tremendous hosts. Mike, Heather, we appreciate you guys very much for allowing us to be here and chat Hornet football every single week. Friday night, Hornets taking on Bryan at Merrill Green Stadium. Ticket information will be put out over social media on Huntsville Hornet Athletics and at HornetNation.info by clicking on the tickets tab. If you or someone you know can't make it to the ball game, you can watch the ball game on the KSAM YouTube and listen right here on your home of the Hornets on KSAM. Me and Bryan, sadly, we will not be there. We will be on a beach somewhere in Hawaii on Friday. I know, come on.
Man, all the booze all of a sudden.
but we'll be watching the ball game for sure from Hawaii. Dave Finucci and Colin Neal are going to have the call for you on Friday night right here on KSAM. If you cannot make it to the game, join us for that. But we encourage you to get out to Merrill Green, wear your green, the Hornet green, and be loud for our Hornets to get them win number 1 on the season. We'll have information about the game later on our social media through the week. So with that said, that does it for another edition of the Hornet Nation Coaches Show. Thanks for joining us on your Labor Day holiday and wrapping things up here as we get ready to dive into a short week. It's going to be awesome. So on the count of 3, ladies and gentlemen, let's let the Bryan folk know who's coming to town on Friday. 1, 2, 3, Sting 'em Hornets. 1, 2, 3.
Sting 'em Hornets.
Good night. God bless. So long from Chick-fil-A of Huntsville on the Hornet Nation Coaches Show, brought to you by Advantage Specialties and Chick-fil-A.